And here we go. Hello, everybody. So great to see you in this way on a Monday. And my name is Hollis Citron with I Am Creative and Express Yourself Publishing. And I'm so excited to be talking to Miss Jeanne Muhammad, who literally, everybody, when you look at her, she is a global happiness expert. And look at how she glows, doesn't she?
Hollis.
She truly does. I could be feeling in any kind of a mood, and I look at her and I'm like, all is good with the world.
That sounds wonderful.
It really is. So, okay, Jeannie. So we're just going to jump right in. I want you to share more of your expertise in what you do. And I'm so grateful to have you in this multi author space. I love you because I love me, because that is a very different kind of book. And I'm so happy that you said yes to it. But tell us about you. Tell us who you are, please.
Okay, well, I am Jeanne Muhammad, your global happiness expert. And I am a speaker, an author, uh, a happiness coach, an assertive and confidence coach, holistic wellness, also self care. And I am just enjoying this journey that I'm on now, and I'm so grateful. I do not want to leave and for without expressing just how grateful I am. That I try to keep that in mind with everything that I do, to be grateful for every opportunity to just be in other people's spaces
Mhm.
and to be able to share what I have been blessed to learn on this journey called life.
So I want to get more of your a little bit more of your journey, but even before that, what kind of resonated with me is when you said self-care. The self-care, like everything that you do is so inclusive, because without self-care you can't be happy.
That's right.
Without self-care you can't be assertive or confident. It's all intertwined, right?
That's right. Everything that I have um, gravitated towards, and especially this year, I realized how basic it is as far as self care and how much is needed, and how much sometimes people don't understand self care. A lot of people think that just that outward thing of going to the spa, getting your nails done,
Yeah.
getting a pedicure and getting that, and that is all part of self care, but it's so much deeper because it's all about that inward part, mind, body, soul. That's holistic wellness, mind, body, soul. Self care is all intertwined with all of that. And it's so needed now because so many people coming out of COVID and coming out of that experience with losing people, being ill, maybe losing their livelihood. A lot of people are in a mental state that's not very good.
Yeah.
And so when you start with taking care of yourself and really focusing on what we need for that inner peace, that inner wellness. And so that, yes, they're all intertwined.
So take us a little bit on, and you have such an incredible story. Take us on a brief, wherever you want to start. I know this is kind of broad, but on a little bit of a journey of where you were to where you are. And yeah, let's start with that.
Okay, I'll give you a real short version of it because I could make it long, I can make it short. Okay, where I was born, I was actually born on a plantation, and it was in a little two-room shack with no running water, none of the amenities, no electricity, just the bare. In fact, it had dirt floors, two rooms with my mother and three sisters. But my father was very abusive towards my mother, so I grew up in this home where um, I saw that abuse on a. To me, it seemed like it was a daily basis, and I left home when I was 16, and I went to California. I escaped, and that's a story in itself.
Mm.
I went to California. I went to high school, graduated high school, went to college, went into management of a really large cable company, and rose into the up in the ranks. But I was living a double life, Hollis, because I was being abused because of the I didn't really think very much of myself. So I had allowed myself to go into abusive relationships, and to hide the pain and mask the pain, I started abusing drugs and alcohol. So during the daytime, I was this Miss Executive, and then at night, I was a abused, drugged out druggie, alcoholic. And at some point, I decided I got just sick and tired of being sick and tired of being the way I was, and I just started going on a inward journey to see what is it that I'm allowing all of this to happen to me, and I'm letting my life is so out of control. And I really thought found I didn't love myself. I did not. I thought so little of myself. I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't think I was really that intelligent. I didn't. I was just the inside. I just did. I felt like nothing. And so I started on a journey of finding out who I am, and started falling in love with myself, and
Mm.
started knowing that I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy of being loved. I'm worthy of being treated with respect. And so that's in a nutshell, where I ended up where I am, because once I came to that realization about myself, I said, I can help others. I can help others to realize that no matter how low you have gone, no matter what your yesterday was like,
Mm.
no matter what it's like, you can let go of that negative in yesterday and reinvent yourself and find that power within, that so that God that's within us, that powerful force that's within us, can come out, and we can not only love ourselves, but we can fall in love with all of humanity.
I love that no matter what your yesterday was. No matter what your yesterday was. Oh my gosh. So I want to put this within an age um, point of view. Right now, my words, I'm sorry, everybody, they're like, blah. Um, but when you left, you escaped at 16, you went off to high school. When you talked about this double life, how old were you?
Well, I lived this really actually double life, um, from in my 20s through up through my 50s.
Okay.
So, and
Yeah.
it got progressively worse, as time went on. I started out, um, you started out, maybe drinking, now and then, and maybe using drugs now and then. And then as I went in and out of abusive relationships, it just got worse, and it went on and on and on. And I was in my 50s.
So about 30 years. So 30 years of this kind of journey. So
Yes.
so here so this is why, everybody, so I am so grateful to you, because when I had this idea for this very different book, I love you because I love me, because you speak to this like so perfectly, because if you don't love yourself, you can't, it's just not, it's not possible to love anything else, being person, place, or thing.
That's right. That's
And
right.
so in this journey, when you were finally had this realization, how did you how did you learn to love yourself? Like what did that look like?
First of all, I started by becoming celibate. I you know, I was like a started being a 50-year-old virgin.
I love it. Wipe the slate clean.
I wiped the slate clean. I started being by myself, me and God, me and my creator. I realized how needy I was. I was a needy person. I needed other people to validate me. I needed other people to tell me I was pretty. I needed other people to tell me I was intelligent. I needed people to tell, I didn't have that within me. So I was so needy. Then I decided, no, I am going to learn to be by myself.
Mhm.
I'm going to learn to not feel that I have to fill up my time with other people doing, not focusing on me, but just filling up my time. So that was the first realization. I needed to learn to be alone. I needed to learn, and it was not easy being alone. And really I started focusing on developing an up close relationship with my creator. And from that, and it was, a process is, and it's still a process. See, that's the thing about when you
Mhm.
start on this journey of really learning to know yourself. It's a never ending journey, because we're constantly changing. Like the things that I really like to do maybe when I was 50, now I don't need to do them so much anymore. So I'm learning different aspects of myself today that I didn't even realize 10 years ago. And so it's a never ending journey of learning to know yourself and learning to love what you find out about yourself, and saying, okay, is this something I want to keep? Or is this something that I need to, it's not serving me very well, So it's just a never ending journey. But it started with me being alone, being able to be alone.
Which is the most powerful thing I think that anybody, as we like you said, it's filling time. People fill the space by being
Yes.
busy. This is the whole thing of, well, Hollis, Jeannie, I'm too busy. I can't do that. I'm too busy. I have a family. I have mortgage or rent to pay. I have a job that consumes all of my time. Come on. You're going to tell me you don't have 10 minutes in your day to go for
Right.
a walk?
Right.
10 minutes. You don't have 10 minutes. And you know that when you're in this space of flow or whatever you want to call it, where you are either, or maybe you're dealing with discomfort and you have to get through the discomfort, or you're in the space of joy, whatever it is, when you're with yourself, there is the time. And then we then create
That's
more
right.
time and more time when it starts to feel better. Of course, we don't want to enter into a space that's going to be challenging. That's going to be like,
That's right. And
oh, I actually have to deal with myself.
yes,
I'm
I am
busy.
really,
I'm busy.
you said it. I have to spend time with me. I have to look at me. Oh my gosh, I really do not like what I see, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eyes off of me and look outward and fill up my time. But we all are given the same amount of time. So we just have to prioritize what's more important.
Yeah.
Really important? Is it really important that I spend an hour on the phone talking to my girlfriend every day about nothing? You know, is that really serving my higher good? When I can maybe cut down and talk to her about nothing for 15 minutes and spend the other 45 minutes focused on something that is elevating me to another level. So, yeah, it's all about what's our priority.
Mm. So, when this opportunity for this book, so everybody, so this book is called I Love You Because I Love Me, because it's two books in one. It's very different in the sense that it's photography, video, and or writing. People choose how they want to come into the space. And when you have this idea and then you invite people in to be able to really shape it and form it, because in this book I don't want it to be just a thin little book. I want it to be like a thicker book where you're getting all of these perspectives of what this word love means, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, we're not just looking at love, the word love, from a fluff point of view, where
Hmm.
some people, it can be a real trigger word. Some people say it all the time. Some people never say it. It has a lot of different meanings to different people, which is what I wanted to really explore in this space. So, why did you say yes to this, Jeannie?
That magic word, love, that's what grabbed me when you I saw love. And I have to shout out to Ann Clausen for introducing us. And she said there's this wonderful lady and she's doing this book called I Love, and you need to contact her and maybe it's something that you would be interested in. And I was like, I love, oh, love, because when you say that word is just tossed, or it's just tossed around, you know, and but when you really, when you and I think about that word love, it's so much deeper than that surface that we see love as an emotion. We
Yeah.
see it as how we feel, but how do we act?
Yeah.
How do we project love for ourselves and for others? How do we demonstrate love? And today, Hollis, there is so much
Mhm.
hatred in the world, and uh, people that propagate hate, they unite. They don't have a problem uniting around the fact that they hate. So, what you are doing is helping people to unite
Mhm.
around love. And so I think that's why I wanted to be a part of that, because I really believe that that's what is going to be the world's saving grace, are people that love humanity. That is, and not, and see, and when I say it's deep, see, my love for humanity does not mean I love you because of what I can gain from you.
Yeah.
I love you because I firmly believe that our creator created this world based on truth and love. And so in order for us to be one with this vast universe, let's flow with the love. Let's flow with embracing not our and looking at our differences as something that's negative, but our differences are so wonderful. I mean, you and I can have a conversation all day long because we come from different backgrounds. So I want to learn about you. I want to know all about Hollis. And as long as we have that same mindset, see, it's
Yes.
all about a mindset. See,
Yeah.
it's not about the skin color. It's not about the rich, the poor. It's not about any of that. It's all about our mindsets. As long as you and I have that same mindset and we're elevating on that same vibrational level,
Yeah.
then we're you're good with me. I'm not looking at all those outward things that uh, separate us as human beings. I'm not looking at any of that. I'm looking at, okay, how does Hollis treat me? What are her actions? And but while we're talking about that, thank you so much, Hollis. We learn about people through adversity more so than we do through the things that are what we may call wonderful. When you're in an adverse situation with someone and they react in a certain way, it tells you so much about them. When we schedule the interview and we had those problems the first time that we were supposed to interview, you handled it in such a classy way. I was so impressed with the way you handled that. I said, yeah, I can hang with her.
Oh, you're so. See, what's so funny is in my mind, it wasn't even a big deal because I mean, it's just there were technical difficulties. Stuff happens. You reschedule. Like, what's the worst thing in the world? Um,
That's right. But some people, I know you were just being Hollis.
so
And
thank
that's the beauty of it. It wasn't an act. It wasn't something you were suppressing rage inwardly and but
you.
outwardly you were trying to be other than that. But you were just being Hollis. And it
Oh,
was
thank you.
beautiful. And so I appreciate that. So
Oh,
I
thank
just
you.
wanted to say that.
Oh, that's really kind. I really appreciate that. But what you're saying and what really resonates with me is the fact of this not throwing this concept and this word around, but really kind of it is proof in the pudding of how somebody acts. And this is when you said differences in being human being, skin color, religion, all of this, it's like, but the word is human beings. Like we're all human beings. Like that's
This
so
is humanity. It's
it's
all of humanity, you know, and it's that mindset. If your mindset, if we have the same mindset and we're operating out of that same frequency, if we're then we are on a on the same playing field, on the same playing field. So, and in order for hate to be dispelled, because hate is darkness. And so we should bring the light of love and dispel that darkness.
yeah.
And so that's why what you're doing is so important, Hollis. It to me it's like a movement.
It is.
It's a movement, and that's why I'm so happy that you're taking the time not to write a little thin small book, but I want it to be, something people have to pick up and
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, it is a movement and it just it feels like as you say the words like doesn't it feel good and listeners doesn't it feel good to understand what this space is about expansion. It's about listening and seeing other people's perspectives. There isn't just one way, but in this one way, there's so much connection. There's so
yes,
many similarities. There are differences, but it's understanding that a person can love themselves because they're willing to stand up for themselves and not take the abuse anymore.
yes. And
That's
see, and,
love.
and when you say, and I was thinking about this, I am creative. That's all about really living life. I am creative because I am living my life in such a way that is inclusive of all human beings. That's being creative. That's you using your creativity. And that's what you're doing, Hollis. And I just applaud you. I am so happy to be part of I Love because.
Mm. And I'm so grateful that you are, truly. It's just this movement. I'm going to finish off this thought, and then I want to have people, you tell people how to connect with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is resonating with you. There are different ways to come into the space. And from the sense of photography, like I said, photography, video, and or writing,
Mm.
um, there is group opportunities, and there's even group coaching opportunities. So you're just not alone in the process. I want you to feel safe in the space. I want you to be able to feel expressive. And this is the whole point, is as it reaches people, this is not a regular book where you're reading it from page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could open it up to a page and get Jeannie's inspiration for the day. You can open up a page and get Anne's inspiration for the day. It's you choose how you use the book, and but it's so deep. It
Yes,
really, really is.
it is. It
So,
is.
Jeannie,
And
please tell people how they can connect with you.
I my website is IAmGeannieM.com. And I'm on all social media as Jeanne Muhammad. So if you Google Jeanne Muhammad, all kind of information will get come up with how I can be contacted. And I love just uh, talking to people. I love learning about other people. I so please contact me at IAmGeannieM.com.
And
That's
she, oh, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I cut you
No,
off.
I'm just happy to be here. That's what I was going to say. I'm just happy to be here.
And she's a speaker, everybody. So, coming into your spaces for to be able to speak, go onto stages, virtual, in person. Jeannie is your woman. So, yeah, yeah. Any last thoughts, Jeannie, before we say goodbye?
Just that I encourage everyone to contact Hollis. As we have said, this is a movement. And if you are looking to surround yourself with positivity, and you're looking to surround yourself with people that have a mindset that will elevate you,
Yeah.
Hollis is your go-to person because she has developed this and she's been working on it, and she's been gathering people that are, every time she says that someone else is involved, I'm like, oh, I know that's someone I can talk to, because I know that if Hollis is with this person and this person is with Hollis, then that mindset, they have the same mindset. And Hollis is just a beautiful person. So contact her and get on the train. Get on the train.
Get on the love train. Oh my gosh, Jeannie. I'm saying I love you, and I'm not just saying I love you just to say the words. I truly, you are like the brightest soul. And I am so excited that you are going to speak on the stage and you are going to have a vacation along with it. That's the
Yes.
beauty of it, is really truly embracing. It's you're a person that can be like, yes, I have this speaking event that I'm so excited about. And my husband and I are making a vacation out of it, and we're going to enjoy the rest of the week. We're not just rushing from thing to thing to thing. You're actually like present in life. And that's one of the
Oh,
many reasons that I love you.
oh. See,
Yeah.
that, if we go on and on, I could go on and on.
We're having a love fest, everybody. So,
I love you too, Hollis.
mwah.
Mwah.
So everybody, thank you. Those who caught us live, catching the replay, hashtag replay. We are going to put all the information to reach out to Jeannie and connect with her, to reach out to me and get involved in the I Love You, I Love Me movement. And just so grateful. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye,
Yes.
everybody.
Peace and blessings.